lot that doesn't meet that 5 acres, you could still,
We got 6 acres, but the
Yeah,
way
you
it's
could still do
angled
that.
wouldn't make that,
as long as you meet the setbacks.
you don't have the setback numbers, so.
Okay, any other discussion on the commission? Jake, anything? Joe? So,
I'll be the outright, I'm gonna say, I'll make a motion to leave it as stated as 5 acres. It's up to the board. Support or make your own motion.
get a second?
Second.
Discussion? Any further discussion? Should I say?
I mean, I'm kinda curious why we're making this even about, there was not a proposal to change it.
No,
I think,
I don't disagree with that,
I'm just wondering if maybe we can give out better information to the public to say, hey, if you want to do certain things, we're not here to tell you no, but we can't tell you yes because of the current ordinance. So,
True.
this is what you'll need to do to maybe get a variance and have a good chance of getting them approved.
the only reason why I put it on the agenda is to talk about it, because there was a couple of concerns that came up recently, and, you know, does the, commission want to change it, or address it, or just leave it as is, I guess, and I guess that's why we're talking about it, so. Any other discussion? I have a motion, I have a second. All in favor to leave it as is, like I said,
You're saying yes?
I say yes.
Yes.
Joe? Jake?
Yes.
So, all in favor, yes, we'll leave it as is, and I guess to the public, I guess that's why we have a variance, and I would urge you all to fill out a variance and go through that process that we currently have in place today.
How good of a chance do we have of getting that?
I don't sit on that, so,
Well, I mean, we gotta pay $200 to just see.
Well, part of the process, I don't know if you guys are aware of that, when you fill that out, it brings it to the ZBA's attention, and it also puts out notices to anybody that would be affected by the change. So, notices are gonna go to all the adjacent properties to say, hey, this is what such and such wants to do. They have a chance to come and complain, or to file complaints, and then all of that information goes in front of the ZBA for them to make a determination.
My neighbor Mason just got it done for his daughter a few months ago. Yeah, I guess not.
Different township, or?
No, same
No,
township,
Cato.
Cato Township. Yeah, he got it done just a couple months before I asked for it.
So as a commission, we can only take care of the things that are presented to us, so if things happen without our knowledge that go against that, that wasn't handled properly, unfortunately, but there's not much recourse for us, we can't go back and tell them, no, they can't do it now.
Depending on the circumstance, it may not have been done wrong, I
Right,
don't know,
yeah.
we don't know the details, but.
I know if you don't do it right and it comes back later, if I didn't get the variance for my pole barn, they could make me tear it down, and that wouldn't be fun. I like my barn.
so I would urge you to fill out a variance.
And how does that process go? Who do we contact for that? Is that the supervisor?
Fill out the variance request and, you get it to me. I'll look it over, make sure all the information's on there the, ZBA needs. And if it goes to the board, they have a hearing with anybody within 300 feet, your neighbors can voice how they feel about it. And then, after the decision of the zoning board of appeals, if they decide, yes, okay, you can do it, then you have to get a regular, zoning application, and, I would have to approve it, because the ZBA said, yes, you can go against, basically against what our zoning says,
the land division.
Pardon?
It would have to go to Marcy for.
Oh, for
a
land division.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, they're just splitting off, it's a split.
Oh, you're doing a split is what you're asking for?
Yeah, I wanna split off a house in
Okay.
an acre and a half or 1.5.
Yeah, you'd have to ask for a variance for the
The
split.
variance form is online. Is
Yeah,
on
it's
the
on our
website.
website, on Cato Township website. You just print it off and fill it out.
But those do go through Dave as the zoning
Yeah.
administrator to,
And then at the meeting would be a chance for you to say, the concerns with farmland, well, I own all the property around it, there is no farmland, that would be a thing to let the ZBA know that, hey, that might be part of the decision process. So,
So you wouldn't have to apply for a permit afterwards, not for a land division. Once, if they approve it, that's, it's, done. It's a done deal for you.
Did you have any further questions, I guess, or?
I guess not.
Next on our agenda is public comments. Go with public comments, yes.
Jamie Snyder, Cato Township. Just requesting that when we start, after we finish the, solar ordinance, that we add possibly putting the wind one back on to revise it back to the original state that the planning commission had it. We did recalls and had multiple signatures to get that in place based on the wind ordinance issue. So I'm just asking that we kind of tie the two together if it's possible to bring it back up for discussion. That's it.
Anybody else?
I'll reinforce what Jamie said. I'd like to see the wind ordinance that you guys presented to the board go back to the board for approval again, to have them look at it again. And also, in regards to Rasmussen's complaint about the mobile home, I don't know what your ordinance says, I don't know what you're looking at, but a 20-foot is not a single wide mobile home. So what this ordinance is saying, if it has to be 20 foot or bigger, you're not even allowing a single wide to go into this township, which to me, that's just really strange when we've got one sitting at the park, the mobile home park sitting out there, there's one in there, and there's single wides everywhere. And some people, that's, what they have is single wides, and they don't even make 16, 14, 16, and 18 in single wides. And then you start with double wides. And you've got a couple of them beside you, Phil, but they're probably 24s and 26s, maybe. I don't really know. But I don't even think you can get a single wide in a 20-foot. So whoever came up with that 20-foot line, didn't know anything about mobile homes. So that might be some research that you need to do on what is actually available before you start looking at it.
Anybody else?
Who's
Yeah.
on,
Oh,
who's
go ahead.
on this variance committee, can you tell me that?
Who's on the variance committee?
Zoning Board of Appeals.
Joe is.
And Stout.
Yeah, Ben Stout and, Jordan Rasmussen.
Jordan Rasmussen, Ben Stout, and Joe Main.
So,
Jordan Rasmussen, Ben Stout, and Joe Main. Is that on the website?
thank you.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that it's a good idea to have the complaint form online, but I don't think that it's a good idea to be able to fill the complaint form online and then have it automatically sent to Dave. I think that there needs to be that extra step of accountability, because anybody could fill out an online complaint.
I've had people put fake
Exactly.
names down there before,
Yeah.
not in this township, but other townships, so.
Well, or ones that don't turn in any paperwork at all and still end up with court
Yeah.
issues. Yeah, so I think that there needs to be a due process of paper trail, yep.
Anything else? Yes.
I would like to also recommend revising the wind ordinance, or at least working with giving a estimate, even if it's, let's get the master plan and then get the solar, then do the wind, but to give the community the assurance that it will be reopened and readdressed.
Yeah, I wanted, correct what I said. Okay, now, who does the land divisions in this township? Okay, I believe after talking to the attorney last night at our class we went to, this was a little bit different, but it falls in the same category. The other one was to rezone, it was a different township and all that, it doesn't matter. But, I think, okay, the ZBA can't give a land division okay, it has to be Marcy. Or, you know, whoever normally does it, okay? And she would have to possibly approve the land division. It's called a conditional land division, I believe. You might wanna talk to the attorney, but I think I'm right here. It'd be a conditional land division. The condition is if he takes it to, after she approves a conditional land division, condition would be if the zoning board of appeals approves what the book, you know, against what the book says, you know what I mean? Like if it's under 5 acres, I don't know if that's how it would go, but if it's under that lot amount, if the ZBA says yes, then you know, she said, you know, it's conditional, only, so he would get it only if the ZBA says yes, because you'd have to have a variance to that.
But either way, they have to fill out a variance application.
And
Right, is what-
first, the application for a land division, I would think. You know, it's a little different land division, or this was, to rezone it. But, it had to go to both parties, the planning commission and first, and then it goes to the zoning board of appeals, and if they approve it, then he got it.
We can get some clarity on that.
Yeah, I'd
Make
do
sure
that,
it's
so
the proper
that, I think that
process.
would be the same principle.
Any other comments? I'll close public comments then. Next on our agenda is, meetings for 2024. You all received a proposal there for the meeting days and times for 2024. I get it to you. Look at that, and then at our next September meeting, we'll discuss that, those dates, so. We're good for, 2024 planning commission meetings. Our next meeting is, any comments on that, discussion on that? Next meeting is September 13th at 6 o'clock. If I get a motion to adjourn,
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
a second. Any discussion? All in favor?